Cash delivered in shopping bags. A whistleblower fatally shot in their own driveway. A police service allegedly infiltrated by the mafia. This isn't a crime thriller. This is South Africa, where a series of explosive investigations is revealing just how deeply organized crime may have penetrated the state. Our correspondent Dianne Hawker-Kalubi looks at one case that has come to symbolize the danger of exposing corruption in South Africa.
When shots rang out in this quiet Johannesburg suburb one morning in August 2021, nobody could have anticipated they would echo across South Africa. Babita Deokaran, a single mother and government accountant, was returning home after dropping her daughter off at school when another vehicle pulled up. The occupants opened fire, killing her. 6 men have since been convicted for her murder, which came, crucially, while she was involved in an investigation into government corruption. Babita Deokaran was a whistleblower.
She was not somebody that you could buy. Any amount of money could not buy Babita for her integrity, what she believed and what she stood for.
Her work had led to the doorstep of this hospital in Tembisa. She had uncovered a pattern of questionable procurement involving 217 companies. The Special Investigating Unit estimates the corruption scheme cost the government 100 million euros. This is the hospital at the center of the scandal. Companies were providing ordinary medical equipment here, like personal protective gear, cleaning products, and other medical supplies. But health department officials allegedly helped them to rig the system and ensured that these companies got the jobs even if they didn't qualify. In many cases, the department was overpaying for these services, and this meant that money that should have been directed to much-needed medical care was going to the companies. While those who pulled the trigger are now behind bars, Deokaran's family still wants answers on who ordered the hit.
It was not the 6 hitmen that paid themselves. Somebody paid them, somebody ordered a killing, and we want to get to the root of that. That's the answer.
Investigative journalist Jeff Wicks has gone some way to find the answer. In his book, The Shadow State, he uncovers how criminal syndicates, acting as businesses, have infiltrated the South African state.
In South Africa, whistleblowers are an endangered species, and we must be honest about that. And they are under threat because they stand between these profiteers and their illicit revenue streams. What Babita Deokaran found at Tembisa Hospital tells us that state capture endures. It's only the villains that changed. All of the actors that she identified at that facility have gone on to steal elsewhere, and it tells us there's an issue with accountability, but also their tentacular reach across the country.
Since her murder, South Africa's Special Investigating Unit has used her findings to uncover 3 syndicates linked to the Tembisa Hospital. Late last year, they raided the home of one of the alleged masterminds after a court granted them permission to seize his assets. The haul included 3 blue Lamborghinis, expensive artwork, and bespoke furniture. But her family says the government needs to go further to ensure other whistleblowers don't face a similar fate.
Our message to the president or to parliament is, please, let's clean up our country and clean up our government.
He says that's what Babita risked her life for, and the kind of government many other South Africans want to see.
And DW correspondent Dianne Hawker-Kalubi joins us now from Johannesburg. Hello, Dianne. Great to see you. What's not great are the details in the report we just watched. It's very disturbing, to say the least. How does the case of Babita Deokaran fit into the wider corruption allegations and investigations?
Well, it's extremely central to what we're seeing unfolding right now. Babita Deokaran didn't know it at the time, but in her investigation at Tembisa Hospital, she actually kicked over a hornet's nest. And right now, all of those hornets are coming out of the nest quick and fast. We're seeing a lot of new evidence coming to the fore in 2 inquiries that are currently unfolding in South Africa. And the names and the players that are coming out of those inquiries are the very same players that she flagged at Tembisa Hospital. These are business people who have gotten lucrative government contracts, not only at that hospital, but now at numerous levels of government, from municipal level up to national level. And what we're also seeing is evidence from some of the witnesses of payments going between these business people and those that they felt could help secure them contracts or to smooth the way for them. Some of those details we'll see in this upcoming report. An ordinary shopping bag that would usually carry groceries from a well-known South African store. But a businessman, in sworn testimony, told a parliamentary probe he used a similar one to deliver illicit cash payments to politicians.
Always operate with Willis bag.
Again,
Yes.
your favorite bag.
Yes. That's the money bag.
Vusimuzi Kat Mahlala made the stunning admission during the inquiry into allegations of corruption in November 2025. In that inquiry, he admitted paying a former police minister in the hope of stopping a police investigation into his activities.
The reason for me to give me that money is because of he asked for money.
He asked for the money.
Yes.
Did he mention 300,000 rand?
No, he actually wanted 1 million rand.
Mahlala has been linked to a network of business figures allegedly looting various state departments through illicit government tenders. But while Mahlala describes buying influence from the outside, a senior police officer is warning of a criminal takeover from within. Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi shocked the country with a warning that police, along with prosecutors and judges, have been bribed by these business syndicates. He also accused Police Minister Senzo Mchunu of shutting down an elite unit to protect certain criminals and business people.
I want to demonstrate that the criminal justice system has been subject to a continuous threat, as well as sabotage, which has been with us over an extended period, to a point where we believe it is at real risk of a total collapse if nothing is done.
Now South Africa is gripped by two parallel investigations, one in Parliament aimed at strengthening legislation, the second, a judicial probe ordered by President Cyril Ramaphosa, is aimed at finding those responsible and sanctioning them. Police Minister Mchunu, who was placed on special leave after the allegations, is the most senior politician implicated. He denies links to the criminal underworld and says his decision to close the police unit was aimed at improving efficiency.
So by late 2024, it was increasingly clear that concentrating significant resources exclusively on politically motivated matters was no longer efficient or justifiable.
What has become clear since the start of both inquiries is that those speaking out are in some cases risking their lives to reveal the truth. And the Madlanga Commission has already seen its first witness casualty. Marius van der Merwe was shot and killed just weeks after testifying anonymously. Police have yet to confirm the motive for his murder, but now other witnesses have reported threats.
There's no doubt about the danger that is involved in the work of the Commission and coming forward to testify, and we know that witnesses and potential witnesses are very conscious of that. We also do want to say that the Commission will not be intimidated.
South Africa's police have now set up a special unit to investigate any criminal findings that emerge from the Madlanga Commission, a move that would signal a turning point for a country stuck in a cycle of crippling corruption.
So, Dianne, many South Africans have seen commissions like this before, right? It's nothing new. But is there any sense that this one will lead to high-level arrests and real accountability? Or is it the so-called shadow state, that is now too powerful to take down?
Well, I think at the moment South Africans are quite optimistic despite having an element of commission fatigue. Yes, we've seen a lot of inquiries like the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, and one of the main concerns that people had was that there wasn't a follow-up on what came out. The difference this time around is that, first of all, some of the major allegations are coming from people who are within government and within the police, like what we saw with Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi there. And also, very soon after the allegations came out, there was an element of swift action, with President Cyril Ramaphosa choosing to, first of all, suspend Senzo Mchunu and also to set up this commission. The commission has already delivered its first interim report, and following that interim report, we've also seen some action in the way of criminal charges being now investigated against at least 14 people, and the police saying that they will set up a unit to look into these allegations. So that movement is in a way giving people some kind of hope, as well as the transparency and openness of the process itself.
Right. We'll have to keep tabs on it and see how things develop. DW correspondent Dianne Hawker-Kalubi, thank you.